Hello, my name's John, these are my Drookian Fen Guard, and you're watching Wargames Models and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome back to another video. This is the fifth in this series, and today I'm going to be making another member of my Drookian Fen Guard squad. I will leave a link in the description to the playlist where the other four have been made. But for now, let's just jump in and get started. So as with all of these conversions, I am using the Sergeant Grawnya model as a basis. So I managed to pick a few of those up. And in this video, I'm going to be making a grenade launcher special weapons operative. So I've got the grenade launcher from the Kaskin set. I'm not sure what backpack I'm going to put on this one to begin with, so I'm going to not worry about that for this model. I'm just going to get this all ready to put the grenade launcher in place. So, what I am going to do with this one, as with all the other models, I've kind of positioned them in ways they're all kind of, their heads are facing in different ways to create a different kind of direction and everything. I haven't trimmed legs or moved them around in this series. I may do in a future one, but for this one I've decided to leave their walking stance the same. So I just want to see, I mean that's going to sit on quite nicely there. I'm wondering if there's... No, okay, so that's going to work fine. It's nice and simple, this one. Let's glue the main body together. Now, in this series, I've been just seeing if it's possible to make a squad of troops from the basis of one model, and I think so far it's been quite successful. I've still got the next video where I'll be adding lots of little details to the models themselves, just to tie them closer together and kind of unify the squad a little bit more. I'm just going to put it into the base for now. I am going to be changing all of these bases in a later video. So let's have a little look. So I'm wondering whether I could have this character holding the grenade launcher and then doing something different with their other arm. So let's have a look at what options I've got on these leftover sprues. There isn't really anything on that one. I do have a Necromunda sprue here. I wonder if... maybe. Let's keep on going through all these sprues. Don't really have any spare hands on these ones. I think for this one I'm going to leave as is, so I'm going to have them holding both the weapons. I don't know what head I'm going to use yet, knocking loads of sprues off the camera. Let's zoom in a little bit while I prep these arms. Now, with these conversions, there is a little bit of an issue because there's nothing on the inside. I could fill them with green stuff to begin with, but I kind of haven't really worried too much. I've just put glue in place and hoped for the best with these ones. But if people are enjoying this series, I'm quite happy to do more and make a full squad. I like the idea of maybe going on to the point of cutting legs and adjusting positions and things. Okay, see, that's going to fit in fine. And then there's this arm needs to go in. So what I'm going to have to do is trim, as with a lot of the others, just got to trim the edge off the cowl there. The one thing that I am actually looking forward to these at some point is painting them. And I don't know when that's going to be, as it does take me some time to get around to painting things. So I'm going to position this left arm first. Apologies if you can hear any road noise or anything like that out in the background. As I've said in previous videos, I'm never sure if it comes across on the camera, but it must do occasionally, as I've had the odd comment talking about it. But yeah, all of my videos, these are real time. What you see is what you get, and the process of me working out how to do these conversions, put them together and everything is all done during these videos. So sometimes you may find that the video is nice and quick, and other times it may drag on a little bit as I'm trying to work bits out and that kind of thing. Let's clean that up a little bit. So in the next video, what I am going to be doing, like I said, is adding more details and things like that to the model. Okay, let's bring that arm up slightly. So this is where, with the Flamer Trooper, I did have a few issues trying to stick it all together, but we'll see how I do. I'll add more glue later on as well, once I've kind of got it in position. Okay, let's just hold that in position. I'm not sure which way I'm going to have this character look, and I don't know which head I'm going to use either, so we'll have a little look at the options that I've got. And I'm probably going to jinx it by saying that this has worked out better than previous ones. So the problem you've got to be careful of when you're using the liquid poly cement is because it melts the plastic quite quickly. You can end up with it dislodging parts as well. But there's the body so far. I'm going to put that to one side while I have a look at possible heads that I could use. So looking at this Kassakin sprue that I've got, I'm not sure which ones I could use. I mean, I'm thinking of using some of the masks as details later on. See, this one here, I've already glued it together when I was doing another project. Not sure if that one might work. Let's have a little look at what other heads that I've got. I do have on this Necromunda sprue, we do have a few of these ones as well. I quite like the ones with the cowls over the top of them. That could... Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this one off with the cowl on, and let's have a look and see what it looks like. I'd need to shave quite a bit off it for it to fit. I'm not sure about that one. Now let's put that in the bits box for now. Let's get that one with the mask half off. I should have used some clippers then, but just decided to pull that off. That's... So the reason why I'm not sure about what backpack to use on this one is because the backpacks have, let me grab one of them, the ammunition pouch on the bottom, and because this character has the special weapon, the grenade launcher, it wouldn't necessarily suit. So I do like this one. Let's trim the edges of it. Whoop. Let's flick it across my workspace. Now, like I said, if there's any other videos you'd like to see, please drop it in the comments. I'm always open to making content that people would like to see. This is part of my hobby and I do enjoy making the videos. I know they're not necessarily the most high quality, but it doesn't matter. I'm just showing you how long it takes me to do these conversions, and when I get around to a bit of painting in real time. Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. Let's trim this down. Okay. Yeah, that's going to work in there. I need to look for a backpack really for this guy, or something to edit the original backpack. But we'll see what it looks like. Okay. So what we're going to do while that's drying, let's get the backpack, which is this one here. I'm not going to trim any bits off it for now, as in the next video when I do details, that's when I'll probably add and adjust this one. But we'll just have a look at how this head sits at the moment. Yeah, I like that. Not overly complicated. A little bit of character in that mask being half taken off. Yeah, I'm going to call that. Well, let's put it up against the original model so you can see what it looks like. In the next video, I'm going to be adding details to all 5 members of this squad. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name's John, and you've been watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies.